the groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own hidden symbols.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing. We want you to smoke the natural herb. Some call it marijuana, some call it sensibilia, some call it lamb's bread, and some people call it ganja.
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn.
And I'm your co-host, Mitch Shinasa.
And we got KTI.
Yo,
For this very special, it is our 420th episode, Adam.
Is it really?
No, absolutely.
I was like, how do we get to that many? I was like,
Yeah, there's no way. We've only been doing it for like 3 years.
That is not possible. We have a Emerald Cup special.
We do. I don't know why we have the Heady Holidays logo up there, because that show was supposed to start at the gallery today.
Yeah.
Delayed till December 18th.
Dude, I still let people know.
And just so people understand why it's delayed is because when you try to get, literally, if you try to get 10 or more glassblowers to do anything on a certain date, you got an 80% chance of failure, which is about what we got, right? About 80?
I think
70.
80% failed. Yes,
70.
80% per chance of failure.
About
Yes.
75 to 80% failure rate of getting us 3 ornaments in a timely manner, you know. So I was like, "Oh, is that this month? Yeah, this month."
Yes,
you know.
Christmas is this month, buddy. Oh, you wanted that before Christmas? Yes, we
Oh,
wanted the Christmas
exactly.
ornaments before Christmas.
Exactly. So it's
That was the idea.
coincidentally enough, between all of our different contacts, we were all getting the same answers between Blake, me, and Mitch. So we were like, okay, maybe we should delay it. Of course, then we didn't decide this until the last second. So anybody out there listening to the show right now who's in Denver, who's like planning on coming down here because they think there's some great show, forget about it. Forget about it.
Nah, hold
2
on to
weeks.
that.
You
2
got
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Next week we're going to be at the Emerald Co.
Yes.
So nobody's going to be here.
Nobody. You can come here.
Come here.
Vinny will be here.
Vinny will
Is
be
Vinny
here.
coming?
No, Vinny's going to be watching the show.
Should James Bean fly Vinny out?
Doesn't need to be there. There's no reason. He needs to be here.
Well, the kid's not coming. Oh, the kid's driving.
The kid's coming. The kid's coming with us. So we have the car load. We have KTI, me, CC,
Road trip.
the kid, and Britt. All
It's a
in the
zombie
car.
movie waiting to happen.
It's totally in the middle of the desert. You know,
Yeah.
everything was great until. Oh, what's that? I don't know.
Who gets bit first, kid? And then Britt survives. Kid gets
Oh yeah,
bit first,
definitely.
and then Britt
Definitely
survives.
kid.
Outlets
Kid,
everyone.
kid goes first for sure. He'd be definitely the first one.
Yeah.
Everyone would be stoked too. They'd be like, "Yeah, the kid's dead."
KTI second to last.
KTI would be. It would be KTI and Britt would be the last ones
Last two, right?
Yeah.
And then
because
Britt.
everyone would think I would.
Britt's
live,
gonna kill KTI.
but I get killed. I get killed off.
Yeah.
And then CC kind of runs back for me and gets taken out.
Yeah. So when
Donner
you
pass,
die,
redo.
Yeah.
that's pretty much done. Anyone want to write
Donner
that up?
party,
Yeah.
that up.
Quickly, we got a couple days before I gotta hit the road.
But we can bring a camera and make that happen.
Oh, that could definitely
on the
happen.
road.
That could
Oh yeah.
definitely-
Well,
I got an iPhone 7 now. We're good.
Why did it take you guys so long to get here? Oh, we filmed a zombie movie on the way. It worked out.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We're production is good. So anyway, yeah, we got Tim Blake coming in to give us a little lowdown on this week's craziness coming up at the Emerald Cup. Emerald Cup, pretty much anybody who's listening to the show.
I'm going to see the music this
If-
year.
if-
I'm going to the music this
If
year.
they don't know what it is, it's the one event that you should definitely go to because there is competition going on, but it ain't no competition, which is great because there's 800 people competing. So when you're against 800 people, then you kind of lose the like.
It's almost like a lottery at that point,
Yeah.
right? Like you're not upset if you lose.
You're not like, oh man, I've looked at everything and mine was, it's like, come on, because you can't. You definitely know. Well, the biggest problem they had last year was residual stuff
Mold residuals in the
because it's outdoor.
conference, yeah,
I mean, it's outdoor California.
which is better than indoor, except that it's moldy.
Yeah, and I think now that everybody has it tested, everybody's a little over exaggerating because we smoked a shitload of moldy weed as kids. Don't worry, and some of it was probably the best weed we ever smoked.
Crybabies.
Crybabies, you guys. No,
You guys pay money for mushrooms, but then when the mold's on the weed,
yeah,
you don't even smoke it. Come
right,
on.
right. No, so I mean, from an outdoor, so out of the ones that got knocked out for the mold content, probably a good percentage of those were some fire too, just because, like I said, most people took it with it up until now, and now everybody's so critical. And then,
But it's the year too, right? Like if it's a wet year,
oh yeah,
everything's shitty.
Sure.
Not everything's shitty.
well,
But
Oregon, nobody from Oregon is going to be able to enter any outdoor because they got fucking their shit kicked out of them in the last 4 weeks or so, just one after another, like people I know were looking at 60% of gray sticks. You know, that's like, okay, when are we gonna start harvesting that? You know what I mean? Of a field of gray sticks.
A lot of new concentrate companies starting in Oregon soon, I think.
Huge. So many concentrates. See, you've been gone. We haven't actually sat in the same room for 2 weeks.
No, at least.
This is crazy.
Crazy.
It's like I'm barely. Dude, we get the 2 hours a week.
I know, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. No more.
We're contractually prevented from speaking outside of that.
Well, actually, it's just because you don't pick up your phone.
That's
the
true.
problem.
That's true. Wait, that's not in the contract?
That you don't have to pick up your phone ever?
Oh, fuck. I thought I wasn't supposed to talk to you out of here.
I feel that way. It's crazy. Sometimes I'm like, okay, you know, we have a show coming up, right? So, but it's good. It keeps it fresh because then we don't even know what the other guys have been thinking. Because it's not like we've been just sitting in a room like, okay, let's go over there and make a show.
Right.
Bam.
Welcome to the Adam Dunn Show.
Oh.
I told you he was coming.
What, you're coming through too now?
No, he's calling. He doesn't even have time to come through.
Oh, you gonna talk about it on the phone? All right, talk about it.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Hit it. Yeah.
Some hash or whatever you guys want smashed up. We'll be able to press that up for you guys for free at the Seeds to Now booth with the purchase of a pack of seeds.
Man, listen to you. Would you just write that all out?
It's written on a
It's written on a napkin.
I'm reading it off a piece of paper. Actually, my teleprompter
Taco Bell
that we have here in the lab.
wrapper.
You got your teleprompter.
Yeah.
Good. Your mobile one. You can put the one on your head. You just can walk around.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we're going to be driving out with you. So I think we'll get there Thursday afternoon. So if anybody wants to meet up ahead of time and get some stuff pressed, we'll have it pressed with us. And then come by and see us at the Seeds to Now booth. Grab some beans and get some of your flour and your hash all pressed up.
And you did hear about our zombie movie, right?
No, he
zombie
wasn't
movie? No,
listening
I
to
did
the
not.
show at all.
Oh, okay. We just
I'm
talked about
listening
it.
to it right now, but I can't listen to it while I'm on the phone, and you'll get echo, right?
Yeah, we don't want you to do that. But it was a little while ago, so
No.
I wasn't sure if you were listening, and you jumped on the fucking like. Anyway, we're shooting a zombie movie, by the way. Just so you
On
know.
your way out there, you guys are shooting a zombie movie about the road trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since
I'm okay with
we
that.
got
You
the
die
perfect
first.
number.
Brit-
yeah, you're
Brit
dead
survives,
first.
though.
Yeah, you're dead. I think Britt's gonna make it through the end with KTI. They're gonna end
KTI
up.
is going to die at the
They're
end.
gonna have a romantic
So
thing
Britt
at the
and
end.
KTI are going to be the only
No,
two
Brit's
survivors.
going to kill KTI.
At the end, she is a zombie. Then all of a sudden, at the end, she's a zombie. and
No,
like
she
that.
just kills him anyway and buries it and hides him with the zombie bodies. Yes.
I just
gets
think
away with it.
I think
Sounds like a perfectly well thought out movie.
it is. It is.
It's about 2 minutes
As
old.
long as you die first, that's the most important part.
You
We're gonna
die.
figure it out. Yeah.
You could put a pitch in and bring that together to Universal or anybody. They'll take that up in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah. Once I say, okay, so listen, here's the deal: the kid dies first. They're like, sign, here you go, boom. They
Done.
give me throw money
Hold
at
on.
me. There's confettis of money come
Sold.
at me. That's what happens. Okay.
Well, I'll
Anyway.
let you guys get back to the show. I don't want to hold you up too much.
Yeah.
Give me a call when you're done, Adam, and I have the arrangements for the rental cars and stuff taken care of.
Okay. Don't hold me up,
Give me
man.
a shout. And everybody, come stop by the Seeds to Now. Seeds to Now. Seeds to Now booth.
Yeah, we weren't going to say that. So.
Yeah, we're never gonna say that. Thanks, Mr. Three Guy.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay. Now, the official challenge is, since you know he's not listening, we got to come up with a prank on the kid based around that.
What are you talking about?
Like, he wants people to bring things for him to squish. So, what crazy thing? Whoever brings the craziest thing for the kid to squish
Yeah, not cannabis.
with a straight face. Yeah.
Yeah, just bring him something. Like, here's a. I got some good ideas right now. I can't say it. If I say them, you guys are gonna do it. I'd be like, that was my idea. You can't.
Can
do
we
that.
hook them up with like an Emerald Cup hoodlum or something if they do
I
that?
don't
Is
know.
that beyond our means?
Probably beyond our means a little bit, but we'll see because we're doing shows out of there. I'm sure
We'll get something
We'll
for
get
you.
some swag together from people to throw around. I guess
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
that'll be the deal while we're out there.
So whoever brings the craziest thing for him to squish, and you have to get him to squish it. You have to tell him you're a huge fan of him specifically.
Yeah.
You make it happen. You got to make it happen. You got to put a little hustle in there. Holy shit! The inventor of General Tso's chicken just died.
Really?
I'm gonna have to segue
General
into
is the general's dead.
General himself, Chef Peng Chang Kui, the founder of the famous Hunan style
It just happened now, like while we're sitting here. It's just like
Just made the Twitter feed.
What do you know? What do
it
you
just came up, dude. Fucking 19 minutes ago.
Wow. Fresh.
Died on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. That's not. So he's not that.
Anything else
In
about his life?
Taipei, come on. He invented the world famous Chinese dish, General Tso's chicken. He died at 98 from pneumonia. He lived a long time on that chicken. He was a native of Changsha in Hunan province.
Did he make
He
any
began
money off
training
it?
at the age of 13.
Nothing.
Let's see. Well, he invented it.
Big deal. What about Caesar?
Oh, he created it in a
Caesar,
19...
who
Hold on, I'm
invented
finding
Caesar
out.
salad,
Hold
didn't make
on.
much
During
money
an
either.
interview with the China Times, Peng says that his most famous dish was created in 1952 during a 4-day visit by U.S. 7th Fleet Commander Admiral Arthur W. Radford. After 3 days, he had served the guests most of his repertoire of dishes, so to try to mix things up a bit, he decided to chop some chicken into big chunks, fry it to a golden hue, and then added a different combination of sauce and seasoning to create a new dish. The Admiral was so impressed with the dish that he asked Peng what it was called. He thought quickly on his feet and said, General Tso's chicken.
Bam. And then they decapitated him and took his recipe.
No, he opened a restaurant in New York in 1973.
Yeah,
That's when it
he's alive.
started to get famous in the U.S. The United Nations ate there a lot because it was near there. And apparently that has to do with the Illuminati, according to some people. There's a
Boom.
documentary in
why he lived so
2014
long.
about the search for General Tso.
Did he run some sort of pedophile ring down there or something?
No, it has no. There's no comment on.
How did he live so long?
This is a good question, right? If he's
Virgin
not
blood.
harvesting their
Virgin
vril or
blood.
something.
Yeah, harvesting virgin blood. Yes.
Well, unfortunately,
Anyway.
I imagine a lot of stoners out there are now really sad, mourning the loss of the guy who made General Tso's. Do you ever have General Tso's corn patties? Reese does a killer General Tso's corn chicken.
No, I should teach it to me then.
That's easy. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. We all
Back
do
to reality. Back
you
to
wanna do
weed.
weed news. Okay.
Yeah, I think back to reality.
All right. Where's the sound? I can't do it because I didn't hear the sound. Marijuana stock IPO goes up in smoke.
The same guys as always?
The New York Stock Exchange has gone to pot. A company named Innovative Industrial Properties, a real estate investment trust that plans to buy buildings and lease them to growers of medical marijuana, went public on the venerable New York Stock Exchange Thursday morning. The stock wasn't exactly lighting up Wall Street, though. At least they say sorry in parentheses for the bad puns there. The shares priced at $20 and only went as high, sorry again, as $20.52 before they finishing the day down more than 4%. Not good. Innovative Industrial Properties is one of just a few companies related to the business of cannabis that actually trades on a major exchange, though. So its IPO, which had been pushed back a couple of times and had the size of the deal cut, it's an achievement in and of itself. There is British-based drug company called GW Pharmaceuticals that's listed in the NASDAQ. You own a bunch of that, KTI?
No, but I know them. They used to operate where I used to live out there. So
Did you know that they're on the NASDAQ?
no, I did not know that. I'm learning.
Of course. Their stock is up more than 55% this year. They are the... sounds like it's a big deal that they're on the New York Stock Exchange, but that's all that's a big deal about it. They're not making any money.
Well, you know.
And what are they backed by? Nothing.
Nothing. Bunch of promises. News.
A bunch of nothings.
Bunch of nobodies and nothings. This one's actually a really big story. This probably affects more cannabis users straight up than any of the laws passed so far. Medical marijuana in New York, soon available for chronic pain. That's a lot of people, right?
Of course.
Jason Pinsky,
Of course. He's set now.
everyone he knows.
Everyone he knows.
Medical marijuana will soon be available to New Yorkers suffering from chronic pain. The state health department said Thursday it's developing regulations to allow doctors to prescribe medical marijuana to patients with chronic pain, although it has yet to define what symptoms will qualify as chronic pain. Medical marijuana is already helping thousands of patients across New York State, and adding chronic pain as a qualifying condition will help more patients and further strengthen the program. State Health Commissioner Howard Zucker said in a statement. The health department said it is developing. It just said it developing. Said it is developing a proposed regulatory amendment to the law that took effect in January that legalized medical marijuana in New York in non-smokable forms and for specific medical conditions. The amendment will be published for public comment shortly, the agency said. And it's a big deal, I think.
If it goes through.
It'll go through.
It'll go through. New
It'll
York.
go through.
It's New York.
New York.
Everyone's in pain.
Everybody's in pain in New York.
Why not? You can just hear it.
That's why I can't pronounce ours. It's too much of a strain. Too much of a stain. tough week for the world. We lost General Tso's chicken, and one of the world's most wanted hashish smugglers was arrested in Morocco.
Oh,
Right? Bummer of a week.
bad week.
Bad week.
Where's he based at?
Morocco.
Hey.
Well, somebody's here.
Yeah.
Palermo, Italy, one of the world's most wanted hashish smugglers, has been captured in Casablanca, Morocco. The Italian police said on Thursday the highest profile arrest yet in a 3-year anti-trafficking operation that has spanned 3 continents. Benziane Berhili, 57, the owner of a large dessert company in Morocco, made the bulk of his income by smuggling 400 tons of hashish to Europe every year, according to Italian investigators.
There we go.
His arrest is the latest in a multinational investigation into a lucrative new drug trafficking route to Europe that begins in Morocco and passes along the coast of North Africa to Libya, where it includes an area contested by several armed groups, including the Islamic State. The Italian operation, which has expanded to include other European countries and the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, has led to the seizure of 20 shipments, more than 280 tons of hash, worth about $3.2 billion since 2013.
Just moving some weight.
Moving some weight. The New York Times wrote about this new trafficking route and the possible involvement in the Islamic State in September. So basically they thought he was working with ISIS. So he definitely had to get busted. They said on Thursday that agents from the anti-drug squad recorded Mr. Berhili's phone calls for several months and gathered intelligence on his drug deals along the Morocco-Libya route. This culminated in a raid on an apartment in downtown Casablanca in October 4th. Well, if you were wanted like that, would you ever go to Casablanca? Casablanca sounds like you're obviously going to get arrested if you go to Casablanca.
You're a hashish smuggler.
Yeah, like that's where's he going to go? Oh, I'll check Casablanca, probably first place.
It's like Amsterdam. People used to come there after they got busted for weed all the time, and I'd be like, why are you coming to Amsterdam, though? Because this is like where everybody comes, and then they think it's cool, but the Dutch don't want you here, and they're going to send you back. You know what I mean? It's like 10 years ago that was different, but when I first moved there, yeah, you could come there, and they wouldn't send you back because it was a deal. After a while, those deals shriveled up, and they're like, you know what? We've had our 1,000th American after that, you know. When I first got I was like one of the first. I was like, yeah, hey, we don't get a lot of you in here. So they get kind of tired of that.
Yeah, played out.
Well,
It's like people moving to Colorado.
Yeah. Next.
Minnesota okays using medical marijuana for PTSD. Minnesota veterans and other residents suffering post-traumatic stress disorder will be allowed to use medical marijuana starting in August. The state's Department of Health announced Thursday it expanded the slim list of conditions that qualify for the program. Is that the first one?
First bill?
Place to allow PTSD?
No.
We don't hear.
Yeah, I thought they did, though. I thought
No, weren't they working on...
but it's not done yet.
No, and they won't add it to the amendment because changing an amendment I know is a pain. But I
thought
know
other
they were
people
looking
had
at
already-
adding
I
it
thought
just
other
as a
people
kind of
had
sign.
already had that inclusive.
Well, they definitely have it in Minnesota now.
Good.
It's good.
It's real good.
A lot of vets from Minnesota.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck there, too, so... PTSD, imagine if you're... It's cold. You need weed. You need weed. PTSD.
They have those weird accents.
No, yeah.
News.
Come on, news guy.
Do it. This one actually surprises me because it involves Colorado. Beer sales decrease in recreational cannabis states. Look, I didn't think it would have any dent on Colorado beer sales.
I think craft beer sales would be up, and
That would be my guess.
Right.
I bet you that's a
would
true
feel it would
statement
even
right there.
out, right?
and shitty beer sales are down.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Well, let's
yeah.
see. Let's see.
I'd say it would cut into the shitty beer sales.
Yeah, I think that's probably...
Because I would never...
I'm going to read this, but craft sales are not necessarily up, but let me read it. Cannabis that has been legalized for adult use is finally making an impact on the alcohol industry. 3 states that have legalized recreational cannabis, Oregon, Colorado, and Washington, are now seeing a decrease in beer sales, according to Cohen & Company's managing director and senior research analyst Vivian Azer. Azer specializes in research for the beverage, cannabis, and tobacco industries. Azer found that in the past 2 weeks, beer markets have, quote, collectively underperformed, and, quote, the magnitude, past 2 years. Did I say past 2 weeks? I thought I said weeks. In the past 2 years, beer markets have, quote, collectively underperformed, and, quote, the magnitude of the underperformance has increased notably. The United States beer markets in these states have fallen more than 2% this year in comparison to the rest of the country. Azer explained this decrease in a report. While marijuana retail sales opened up in these markets at different points of time, with all three of these states now having fully implemented a retail infrastructure, the underperformance of beer in these markets has worsened over the course of 2016. Mainstream beer companies are taking the biggest hit. So you guys are right. Economy beer companies are seeing a 2.4% drop in sales, while premium domestic brands like Bud Light and Coors are seeing a 4.4% drop. Premium. Azer explained how this correlates with the legal cannabis industries.
What other beer is below that, though? Like, what other shitty beer people be drinking?
What is shittier than Bud Light?
Yeah.
Like Schaefer and Schlitz.
Anything with that just makes you slur a lot.
Yeah,
before
you know the ones I'm
drink it.
talking about.
If you make it sound slurry, they'll think they're drunk. Give me some more
MGD, Keystones.
Well, the Keystones just like came out. They not that. They're not that old.
Yeah, but I think Keystones is in that shittier category.
Yeah. Oh, now it is. Yeah, for sure.
Craft beer has not been affected as drastically yet, Azer noted. While craft beer growth has slowed in the three markets and is declining in Colorado, Oregon and Washington are still seeing growth. Denver, Colorado is seeing the biggest impact on craft beer volumes as it's experienced a 5% decrease overall.
But, their market was so hot for a long time, and it was growing at a rapid pace.
Sure.
That, it kind of makes sense that we kind of taper off anyway.
There was over 35 breweries 2 years ago, so, there must be and I've seen a few more open myself, so there must be over 40 breweries here at least.
No, you can get a small...
And they're talking about Denver,
yeah.
and there's only 1 million people. So you're like, shit, 40 breweries in a little tiny town of 1 million? That's a lot.
You go out to Slide or something. They got two microbrews in a
Yeah,
microbreweries in a small little town that closes down by 9.
It's like 1,200 people in the
Yeah,
town.
there's nobody here, but they're all drinking beer. Or Woodland Park. There's 2 or 3. I think there's might be 3 there, and they're all. That's not even a ski town. So.
Well, isn't that a good thing though that it's come down 2% because it shows that's the idea of having people smoke weed is that they have a choice, and then you're going to lose a few people. Sorry,
But it also shows us, more interestingly, that most people are clearly doing both.
Yeah, it's
Right?
just. As far as adults, sure.
Yeah.
And if you're and this goes back to whole social use, we'll see how that all pans out. But apparently now you can't have alcohol in the mix, so that's going to turn.
But no one said anything about espresso.
Espressos all day long.
Yeah.
And elixirs.
Elixirs, espressos, espresso elixirs.
Elixo espresso.
News. Ireland moves towards legalizing marijuana for medicinal use. Anyone got an Irish leprechaun pun? Anything?
No.
Nothing? That was a pirate.
Hey.
Lucky Charms? Nothing?
Nah.
Lucky Farms?
Lucky.
My first Irish pot grow? No. Ireland moved closer to legalizing marijuana for medicinal use when the minority government said on Thursday it would not block the first reading of a bill that is backed by all other parties. Relaxing marijuana laws would signal a further acceptance of liberal values in once staunchly conservative Ireland. Last year, Ireland became the first country to legalize same-sex marriage through a popular vote, having only decriminalized homosexuality and made divorce legal 2 decades ago. That's kind of crazy. Heather Minister Simon Harris, whose government is not large enough to block legislation, said he would seek some amendments at a later stage pending a review of scientific and clinical advice that was commissioned earlier this month, but he accepted the central objectives of the legislation and introduced by left-wing opposition lawmaker Gino Kenny that would see Ireland join countries like Italy, the Czech Republic, and Australia in relaxing its laws on medical grounds. It's crazy that they're ahead of us because their whole country agreed on it.
Well, it's a small country, though.
Well, I agree, but technically they're ahead of us.
No, it's kind of
because news. That was a segue. That was a clever segue. Trump's anti-pot attorney general choice rattles legal marijuana movement.
Oh, that's the guy. Yeah. There you go.
I know
you already had
this.
it. Yeah. This guy's ugly.
Legal pot's future is in a haze thanks to President-elect Trump's nomination of a staunchly anti-marijuana lawmaker for attorney general. Good people don't smoke marijuana, said Alabama Republican Senator Jeff Sessions in an April Senate hearing. That was like this year. It's crazy. Like that's something people said 50 years ago.
Right.
He probably says other things that people said 50 years ago.
No, he's the guy that said 50 years ago that he was a big fan of the KKKs until he found out this month's
true.
And that's his whole deal. So, that was like 30 years ago, and but it just shows to me it just shows a pretty good continuous fucking hatred towards cannabis.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. His views on the Klan may have shifted a little tiny bit, but that view from the nation's incoming top cop, a sharply different tone than President Obama's, has cast a pall over an industry that's recently celebrated a watershed moment. Voters in 8 states relaxed their marijuana laws on November 8th, raising to 29 the states that now permit medical use of marijuana, and 8 with legal recreational laws on the books. That's crazy. 29, that means more than half. But then we got this guy.
I know.
Marijuana
That's
opponents
perfect
are
timing.
energized by Sessions' nomination, saying the federal government could easily reverse the national trend towards legalization. The point is that it's a new day for marijuana policy, said Kevin Sabet, president of the Anti-Legalization Smart Approaches to Marijuana group. We should get him on the show because he's such a dick. I would just like to make fun of him.
Let's
His
do it.
voice, right?
Let's do it.
All options are on the table. Something unthinkable 3 years ago. What? What a crybaby. Legal pot's shaky legal grounds adds to the uncertainty. While more states loosen restrictions, marijuana remains illegal at the federal level, preventing its sale across state lines and limiting businesses from opening bank accounts. Marijuana industry workers say a change in attitude at the top of government would quickly trickle down. A few high-profile raids by the DEA would likely dissuade many of those who are today publicly selling cannabis. Many marijuana business owners are wary of drawing Trump's ire and are, quote, proceeding with caution, said Nate Bradley, the executive director of California Cannabis Industry Association. Yet advocates for legal marijuana are also hopeful that the views of Trump, who has supported states' rights to establish their own marijuana policies, will outweigh those of Sessions.
Well, I mean, luckily we're at that 29 mark right now, because if we were like a year
Even
ago,
states that voted for Trump voted to legalize this election.
yeah.
Mhm.
And the thing is, it's
Voted for medical.
Everyone's got an endocannabinoid system.
it's going to be extra hard for them to do something, and it's going to be a lot of blowback from that. So I think, hopefully, even with his fucking horrible thing, it's going to be like if he doesn't come straight after it, like if he goes right out of the gate, then we know we're fucked. But if it's a situation where he doesn't do anything, and we're 6 months in, then I think they're just going to like look at it strictly financially, and
Take the taxes?
and the state right, because that's the whole thing. Is they're all about state rights, you know. So if they're going to come in and start fucking with state rights right out of the gate, then they're going to be like going against the entire persona of the party, you know. Which,
But you also have President Obama, who told Rolling Stone very recently this week that he believes marijuana should be treated as a public health issue similar to alcohol or tobacco.
Yep.
And he called the growing patchwork of state laws untenable from a federal perspective because there's such disparity across state borders. So he's kind of been leaning for a federal thing. But so Trump might just be like, well, let's do the opposite of him. Unless he sneaks it in, he's got, on my clock, he's got about, call it 44 days to pull something off here.
it's a perfect amount of time.
Yep.
It's
Almost 420.
It's almost a crop. You can pull together a quick crop right before you leave. Just one more.
Do it, OBC. But, you know, the issue there is, another segue, news. If that happened, we might not smoke as much because they have mapped the countries that smoke the most cannabis. A new report claims the UK government should legalize marijuana because, quote, it's the only solution to crime and addiction problems. The strongly worded study, titled The Tide Effect, How the World is Changing Its Mind on Cannabis, was produced by the nonpartisan Adam Smith Institute and has the backing of several cross-party MPs, including former Deputy Minister Nick Clegg. According to the Institute, the UK's current drug strategy has failed in its core aims to prevent people from using drugs, manufacturing drugs, and to put a stop to the crime, corruption, and death that is taking place on an industrial scale around the world. The report claims legalization would reduce organized crime, improve the quality and therefore safety of cannabis, and line the coffers of the Treasury. But they put together this sweet map as far as what percentage of the population of each country smokes herb. Pretty surprised with some of the findings. We've discovered that most of Africa apparently does not smoke, and a great deal of Asia does not smoke, according to this map. Yeah, I'll take that.
Smoky smoke.
And someone else is going to say something while I take it down.
Yeah, there you go.
Smoke. But North America puffs tough. Australia,
Of course.
other places leading the pack. Nigeria, 13%. Zambia, 9.5%. Madagascar, 9.1%. In the U.S., it's 16.2%, which is the most in the world.
We got it.
Yeah, come on. Canada's only 12.7%. Chile,
Iceland beat us.
11.83. Argentina, 3.2. Oh no, Brazil, 2.6. That's small. Where's Jamaica? I don't know if this map's accurate. Do you think only 5% of the people in Bahamas smoke weed?
Jamaica is 7.21%, number 22. Behind Greenland, ooh. But at least they're ahead of Denmark.
Think your thing is cool.
But I think we
you're gonna have
probably
0%. Mitch is gonna have 0%
I think
smoke in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, Bahamas is 29th.
Yeah, you killed it.
Yeah, give me a little more heat there. I'm sorry, I got excited by data. I would expect Bahamas to be higher. Collie Buds is from Bahamas. Right? It's Iceland. 18% of the people in Iceland smoke herb.
But they only have 100,000 people.
So, it's not a lot of people. It's almost everyone smokes. That's great. USA, 16.2%. Nigeria, 14.3%. Canada, 12.7%. Chile, 11.83%. France, 11.1%. New Zealand, 11%. Bermuda, 10.9%. Australia, 10.2%. Zambia, 9.5%. Da-da-da-da-da. Sierra Leone is number 30 with 5.42%.
Yeah, well, they don't really have much time
They
there.
have diamonds.
They're too busy digging diamonds and running.
Wouldn't you be all stoned if you had to dig diamonds up all day?
You'd hope so, but
Right? Jamaica, only 7%. That blows my mind.
I know.
Right? More people, 8% in Netherlands, and I felt like nobody smoked there. Like the Dutch compared to...
It's always about 5% is what I always guessed. More or less when I was there. So,
Those numbers need to get higher.
I need to get higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do some ads while I take a stab?
Let's do it. Segue to shout-outs. Shout goes out to Way to Grow. Right now they're having their big-ass store-wide sale. Everything in the store is on sale from December 1st to the 23rd, so get your Christmas specials there at one of their 7 locations all around Colorado. Find them in Denver, find them in the Springs, Fort Collins, Boulder, or as you're shredding some pow, find them out in Silverthorne. That's the best place to go, really. And let's see.
What's that from? Jasmine Capes?
No, this is Grape Stomper, actually. It's outdoor Grape Stomper from
It's Great Stomper, if you ask me.
Great Stomper. Look at that. They got executive team photos now with
There's
Corey.
Corey.
His dad. That's his father-in-law.
I'm Jim.
Yeah.
And there's Lonnie.
Great with that. I like the voiceovers. I could work on that with my little thing. We could, oh, hey.
Commercial as Way to Grow.
I think I can do that. But the good thing about those guys is they're been around for over 11 years now, 12, 13 years, I think. So they've seen it all, the growth of this industry, dealt with huge companies and stuff. So there's nothing that you can throw at these guys that they can't handle. That's for sure. And you go to some you see even in Holland, or even Holland, I always see Holland, but even in Colorado, you'll go by some grow shops and you just be like, I don't even know why you're there. I guess you're there just because it's close for your friends or whatever. But I mean,
Yeah, like whoever walks in there, it's like
you're like
cobwebs over the door.
These guys are on point. Products coming in, coming out, and that's also it's kind of like food when you're buying grow stuff. You want stuff that's not just been sitting on the shelf and for how long.
Yeah, fresh rotation.
Fresh rotations, and that's what you get when you go there. Not to mention the candy.
Yeah, not to mention the candy. Man, I definitely snack.
We don't segue to the candy anymore. Now what we do is have a new segue. We have to segue to the Millennium segue. Boom. Our friends from Millennium, new sponsors. Great.
Yes,
new sponsor on the show. Not new to me. I've been using it for 2 years plus now, and I love it. It's got bunch of components, but you never use more than 4 at any given moment, so it's kind of everything's in sync. And what I liked when we on the show talked about was the fact that it triggers those things, and sometimes you notice that with plants where it's getting them to flip for the next stage. Like they're in veg, and you want them to get into flower, and you want to get them to flower obviously as fast as possible. And when they're in flower, and you want to flush them, you want to everything like that. You want to trigger and see it happen. And the way they break it down with the the fall, the summer, the fall, the winter.
Yeah, they really
you-
tune it to the plant's life cycle.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, okay, well, cool. Now I'm in the winter cycle. I only got 8 days left, and then that keeps it kind of moving forward. I like that. Because you know how many times I've asked somebody what week they're in, they're like,
Just wait until it's ready.
I think I'm in 7, 8. It's like it's never really clear because most people don't write it down or just don't pay attention. And so with these guys, just by the fact that the day you do the decision is the day you know you flipped it. So you're like, oh, what day did I do decision? Bam. We got it there. Some secret news.
Oh no, it's just like kind of.
Secret
more
news.
Eddie Lepp gets out of jail in 8 days.
Yeah, shout goes out to Eddie Lepp.
So
That's
probably-
I was like, I forgot to throw that in the news.
He'll probably be at Emerald then. Yeah.
That'll be the last day of Emerald. He'll probably be there, right?
Right. The Emperor has no clothes, though. If you want to donate anything from any clothing companies, you can contact them with them. DNA Genetics is on top of it.
Of course they are.
They're right here. They commented. I see it. So Eddie's going to be rocking some DNA gear.
Okay, don't you worry.
Okay.
Back to the commercial after that. You're all about the exciting
Yeah,
people died, and now it's Eddie Lepp's out. It's like people are out, people are dying.
It's all about the people.
Time of great change.
You can pick up Millennium at Way to Grow, which is awesome because they are a very young company in the sense of only like a couple of years, and the years that I've been using it, a lot of times it's been from behind there. You can't have that. Nobody has that. Just a little handwritten label or something. That's kind of why I liked it, of course. Now that they got real labels, I don't know. It's kind of like your band. They're cool now. They got their own T-shirts and shit. You're like, they never even
those
had
are real
T-shirt.
CDs.
I had to
They
like
used to
make
be
my own
handwritten.
T-shirt. They're not
That's
cool.
how you feel about
Yeah,
Millennium?
they're not punk enough. No, they're cool. They're on their second label. They're on their second label now. They're getting even more corporate.
Morprit. All right, what do you got next?
Incredible.
Wow, that is a good page to open up on. Are they seeing
Damn.
it? The viewers? Are they seeing all those awards?
I think so. Damn, they are. Ooh,
They are, look at it.
Maybe they're seeing it twice now.
Wow, Infinity Tunnel.
Yeah.
They got one of those Trailblazer awards, Adam.
Oh yeah, I gotta make sure I start announcing that more often.
Yeah. Is that not on the top of your resume?
Yeah, it is actually.
Incredibles Edibles,
Yeah.
our favorite edibles company. Best flavors, most consistent, most potent, most convenient. There's everything you can look for,
And
imagine in
none
an
of these
edible that
awards,
we're on
our
top of.
awards are just the most obvious ones.
Yeah.
Which are those? The consistency award goes to,
Incredibles Edibles.
of course,
Fireberry Bar.
that's just its own award.
Yeah.
The Fireberry Award,
That's the best edible in the world award.
definitely. Like if I had to have 1,000 of them, that'd be the one.
Huh? If you can only have 1,000 of one edible.
Yeah,
Fireberry, right?
Fireberry. Even if they had to like adjust the thing, I don't give a fuck. Just give it to me. Give it to me. So, yeah, you didn't know who Joey Diaz was, huh?
No, but no, who's Joey Diaz?
He's like his number one guest on Joe Rogan. He's the
Not
he's
so much.
the best.
Who's Joe? I know who Joe Rogan is.
Who's Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I know who Joe Rogan is. But
Telling you, get him on the 5280 challenge.
do it.
I'll
I'll
do
feed
it.
him 50 Fireberry bars.
I will do that too. Not to Joe. He don't eat that much. He don't like it, but for the
See,
other
that's
guy.
they gotta be really disgusting tasting. If it's 5,000 milligrams, even if you do 5 bars, 1,000 milligram chocolate bar.
No, I already had one. You can do it.
I guess if the Fireberry bar was full size, it would be 1,000
Yeah.
milligram
Yeah.
chocolate bar,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you can do that. And you can get 5 candy bars down probably in a couple hours.
You'd feel a little weird.
Yeah, it would be rough. I'm telling you, one big bar.
One big bar?
Yeah.
Would it be like the big size Hershey bars?
No,
You know,
that's
word
even worse. That's
right.
Like, that's
But you
like
can't take that down.
no, just one.
Do like the giant Hershey's Kisses.
No, that's just because when you get to the middle or halfway through, yeah, once you get past the actual
The edges are great.
yeah, you're like, oh, this is pretty good. And then you're like, gross. And then the hollow ones are so depressing.
Oh, my God.
When you're a kid,
Ugh.
you were like, oh, and then you just fall apart. And,
Ugh.
yeah,
It all melts because it's so thin.
and you can't hold it anywhere. Where do I put it?
Ugh.
Piles here.
Worst.
It's like the little tobacco piles, like little blunt piles, chocolate blunt piles.
Chocolate blunt piles everywhere. Happy Easter, Adam.
That'd be a good little thing. Chocolate blunts.
Chocolate blunts are good. Chocolate Dutches, vanilla.
No, I mean like real little.
Little.
blunts.
I think I've seen little chocolate cigars.
Have you?
I
No.
feel like that's a thing.
I'm sure somewhere, yeah. But actual blunts, like, no. Could be a thing. Got till April. You got till April, everybody. So, Incredibles back to maybe they'll do a chocolate blunt.
Sure.
They'll be like,
Oh no, they're only going to do grape blunts.
oh, they should.
Right?
Come on, D-Money. Great blunt. You can go to iloveincredibles.com if you want to check their map of where they're at, close to you, hopefully, which they probably are if you're in Colorado. Maybe they are even if you're in Nevada, or maybe if they California.
Coming soon in California.
Everywhere.
Zoom out as far as you can, KTI. Show the whole world.
Well, they're just
Boom!
And
There they
Las
are.
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, coming soon too.
But anyone can go to Las Vegas and get them, right?
Yeah.
It's rec, right?
Now they can.
Go to Vegas. Go there right now.
There it is.
Bachelor party.
Just buy them up. Next on our big agenda of slowest ever commercials we've ever done.
And build
Killing
the soil.
Build soil.
Build a soil.
The chant does wonders for it. I love it.
They love it. Everyone loves it.
Build Soil, of course, our favorite place to get anything to do with organics, whether you're going all organic, a little bit organic. As you can see, they got everything from your Earthbox containers, your EM1, Bokashi, Modern Microbes, sort of the more high-end specialty stuff. But they sell soil, too, believe it or not, because their name is Build a Soil.
Dude, imagine that.
Yup, they sell dirt. They mix it on site. From all these great ingredients, you can buy the ingredients from them. You can buy the dirt from them. He'll do custom blend, ship you that.
Give you the damn recipe, too.
Yeah, right there. He'll give you the
Give
recipe.
you the damn, everything.
No secrets. That's one of the things we love about the Build the Soil. They're transparent. They're there to help. They're by growers for growers. Really one the best option if you're growing organics. You owe at least to give them a call and learn a little bit, or go on the website and learn about the growing method. Learn a little bit more about what's actually happening in your soil, and apply that in your own garden. Whether you get it from Build the Soil or not, Jeremy's kind of the first to tell you that.
Is he going to be out in Emerald Cup?
I don't know. I hope. I saw him there last year.
Yeah, I know, like Alan Atkinson and all that.
I saw everybody.
Everybody was there.
Everybody.
What time you getting there? When you coming there Friday?
I believe I'm landing Friday morning.
Okay.
I gotta look.
Then we'll be all beat up and tired.
No,
we won't. We'll be fine. Well, we know we're gonna be zombie attacked.
Do we have an Airbnb or something for the show? Or are we doing it right from Emerald
Doing
Cup?
from Emerald Cup. We have a spot there.
Nice. At the Adam Dunn Show Hall, right?
I think so. I think one time, yeah. Then in the second part, I think we're doing it right by the stage or something.
Right by the stage for the award show.
Yeah, exactly. All loud and shit. People can hear nothing.
Remember when we did that behind the High Times Cup for my phone?
Yeah.
That was super loud.
Super loud.
But it was good.
It was all right.
All right, what do you got?
Grow stones.
Nobody has grow. No one's making
Grow
grow stones.
stones.
Oh, yeah.
Grow
We
stones.
haven't made a gross stone all day.
Right? That's what's the problem.
We're making gross. That's why everyth's so slow and weird.
Uh-huh.
Slow. It's also because we're 43 minutes in. We know we got to kill an hour because we're just like, we don't know what to do.
We don't know what to do.
We don't know what to do.
Here, I'm going to do the grow stone spot. Adam, I need you to look at this on Facebook. You're going to love it. Right there. Just need you to read that right there.
Okay.
There you go. You read that. And, of course, grow stone's our favorite aeration amendment. It's, you're using perlite in your mix. It's floating on the top of your mix. You're using, rice hulls.
One of my favorites.
Rice hulls or beers?
Total Domination.
Oh, good beer.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Try grow stones. They got the big chunk grow stones for the bottom. They got down a normal sort of perlite size through the middle, and then they've got the teeny tinies to cut up the gnats, the gnat nicks for the top layer of your soil. If your local grow store doesn't have it, demand it. Grow Stones is made from 100% recycled glass in America. See, look at the tiny ones. Tiny ones. You guys can't see me pointing to the screen, but they have the chunky ones up top. They're all designed specifically for plant roots, unlike perlite, which is just mined from a giant perlite mountain, which is running out. We should make that thing in New York? It's like our national debt that goes higher and higher. Perlite Mountain. How
Yeah.
small? Perlite Mountain ticker.
Yeah. Can we do that? Can we build that?
I don't know where perlite comes from.
Well, we'll just have to. We'll have to get some AI on that one. KTI, get the AI on that. All right.
I'll try.
All right, you get that artificial intelligence working on the amount of fucking perlite.
A major source is in the U.S. in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Oh, great! So now we have no beer or perlite.
I don't think that the beer is used. The perlite's used in the beer.
I know, but it's probably going to affect it.
You think the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale
Yeah,
will be affected?
it won't be so.
Well,
bad.
that's okay because we can use all those bottles to make grow stones, and then
Yeah.
we won't need the perlite anymore, and then the beer can get better.
Yes, it's perfect.
Grow stones is going to save us all, and you can grab them at
It's
Way to
another
Grow, of
movie,
course.
dude. We got a zombie movie, and we have Perlite Mountain saves by bottles of beer. Yeah,
That one's called 99 Bottles of Beer.
90 billion bottles of beer.
And what do you got next?
What's going on here? Oh, that's Growstones.
Growstone. Next
They
we
just
got
opened it-
hydroponic
is that
research.
Is that- Hydroponic research.
Hydroponic research.
It's
I like to make it sound like it rolls off the tongue.
hydroponic research. No, well, the website is hydroponic/research. So don't fuck
Dash.
with
Dash research.
that. Dash. Sorry, flash.
Type
dash.
slash, people are going to
Slash.
Hydroponic research supplies and develops products that promote the growth of healthy hydroponic plants. Of course, plants obtain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen from the air and water. But there are other nutrients necessary for plant growth. Mineral nutrients have to be added. With the right nutrition, hydroponic plants can go 30 to 50% faster than they do in soil. And Veg Bloom is that. What Veg Bloom has for you is it's simple. It's as simple as it can get. It's easy to use, and it's complete. It's your one part.
I just saw Kev the other day down in Pueblo.
Kevlo.
Kevlo, yeah. Kevlo. Kevlo. Yeah, he was been using the Veg and Bloom for a while now, for a good year, I think.
What does he think?
You know, he says it's great. He's
Easy, consistent.
Uh-huh.
It's everything we say it is, right?
exactly. He's his only problem is that he's it's all about it's really all about the calcium buildup on your things and stuff. That's but at the same time, you got to work on that with anything. You know, it happens. It's mostly with the water actually, than anything. Just plain water, and you'll have calcium buildup.
Water will. If you have hard water, it'll do it.
It will do it.
All right, quick. We got Tim calling in 4 minutes.
Are we doing that?
Yes, soon. Go. Seeds.
Here.
Now.
Seeds.
Here.
Now.
Seeds.
Now.
Here.
Here.
Now. Seeds. Here. Now.
Seeds.
Now.
Here. Now. Seeds.
Now.
That was a cool one.
Now. Yeah, you like that?
That one was good. I got specials sent to me. There's specials up on the screen,
You
but
got the mega specials. You got the big long list, right? He said, "Don't even worry about every single breeder. Just throw out names or whatever." You have
all
to
right, I
mix
got
this on.
Wreckage, Cold Creek Kush, Alien Blues, Alien Bubba Berry, TARDIS, and Nurse Jackie, all 38.88 a pack.
Cool.
I got all the Brothers Grimm, except Cindy 99 and Apollo 13, just 88.88 a pack. I got 2 packs. Buy 2 packs, get a free Cindy 99 Haze Cross 10-pack. Right now, buy 2 packs of Homegrown Natural Wonders, get a free 10-pack of the Test CBD Project. Every order over $200, get a free 3-pack from Ghost Genetics, and every order over $500 gets the Ghost 3-pack and then a free 5-pack of Wana Master Kush. Next week's drop's coming from Canorado. Golden Coast Genetics is coming online. Their drop's coming. New franchise drop coming. New Swamp Boys line coming, and Aficionado to drop the 15th of December. Check all of that stuff out at seedsherenow.com. Did I say it all?
You did. I think so. That was good.
Sounds good.
That was real good. So you compressed all of them down.
I just read his thing.
It was
He
good.
compressed it.
Oh, he did already.
Yeah, that was his compression.
Oh, because mine was longer. Yeah, mine had all the names of everybody too. So he's got Canorado coming on board. That's cool. And he's got. What did you say? Who else was coming on board? Oh,
Aficionado?
and
Golden Coast?
Golden Coast. Yeah, so that's good.
That's good.
It's a lot of new, fresh, and also pretty well known.
Yeah, it's a good additions to the pack.
Uh-huh.
And Return of Obsolete
Oh yeah, that was a big news too.
franchise. That's
Yeah.
good.
Is there any news on Willie's strain again? Or what's it? Not Will.
Hunter
Hunter S. Thompson's. Yeah.
Read me news again. Hunter S. Thompson.